Hi everybody. Well, yeah, it's come to my attention that some of you might think I'm a bit of a miserable old git. and I'll tell you, I think that in some ways you could be right, you know. I think I can be a miserable old git, and I don't necessarily think that is a bad thing. Oops, slow down, we're coming into a 20. Oh, bloody new speed limits. Ridiculous. Well, I'm on the right bike for going slow anyway. I'm on the Himalayan 411. Yeah, miserable old git. And why is it a good thing? Well, what it means that hopefully by being a miserable old git, people will stay away from you. And that's another thing. I don't do people. I know the YouTube channel relies heavily upon people watching. People like you. I mean, you're probably a thoroughly decent individual. Most of you are. A few if you ain't though. Yeah, that's a fact. A few of you are miserable old gits. Not like me though. So yeah, what I do love dogs. I think dogs are absolutely fantastic. It's funny that I know several people that have got a similar mindset to me, and they don't do people, but they do dogs. So what am I trying to get at, you would be wondering? Well, it's the reason why I'm actually out on a solo motorcycle adventure. Look at that beautiful thatched cottage. My old friend Vic Day used to live on the corner there. Done a nice job of that thatch. Now, being a miserable old git means that you probably like your own space, your own company. Means you probably like solitude. It means you're probably a little bit more independent and self-reliant. And the benefits of having all those attributes to yourself, I think are a good thing. Because there's an old saying in life: the only person you can rely upon implicitly is yourself. You can't rely on other people. Other people can be too busy doing them. A bit like I'm too busy doing me. I like doing me, to be honest with you. I like some of the most precious memories I've got are when I've been on my own. You know, when I've been out camping on my own. When I've done it, you know, I remember I walked the Wainwright coast to coast a few years back. That was 10 days on my own, and I absolutely loved it. I've done motorcycle trips on my own where I've gone around Scotland on a couple of occasions now, and Wales on my own, and I've really enjoyed the freedom of being on your own, travelling on your own. You haven't got to pander to the needs of another person, that other person or other people that you're in that group with. When they might not want to ride the route you want to ride, they might want to ride a bit quicker, they might want to ride a bit slower. But when you're on your own, you've only got to please yourself, and it takes all the stress completely out of the equation. Now don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the company of others as well. Like the motorcycle crew, we go out maybe once a week, twice a week sometimes, and there'll be some weeks where I won't go out at all, where I feel that I just want to be on my own. But when you go out with others, invariably there'll be those that want to that seek to be leaders, shall we say, the alpha type, and then there'll be those that are just quiet, following along. I think they're classified as beta types, is it? I don't know. And then I was chatting to my old friend Max. Yeah, Max hasn't been too well lately. He's getting on in years. If you're watching, Max, I hope you're feeling okay, mate. And Max says one thing to me. He says, "Sandy," he says, "you're a Sigma male." So whatever that means, that's apparently what I am. And he said another thing that Max said, which resonated with me, was the most important thing any of us has got is our freedom to choose how we want to live our lives, where we want to go, what we want to do, how we interact with people. Yeah, freedom. And obviously freedom is a very broad thing, and we don't want to get too political at the moment, but we're having our freedoms somewhat curtailed in many ways. But we won't go down that rabbit hole. We'll stay away from that. So anyway, I'm heading out today. Now normally a lot of motorcyclists that I know, they'd be heading out, getting on their bikes and heading out to a cafe somewhere, stopping for a cup of coffee, maybe a slice of cake, and then they'll continue their journey. Now there's nothing wrong with that, I do it myself, but there is an alternative, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing that alternative motorcycle cafe run for the miserable old gits, people like me that sometimes just want to be on our own. Oh, another 20 mile an hour, look. As I say, I've got the right bike for this sort of speed. Anyway, we're just travelling through the quaint village of Fernham, and then we haven't got too far to run, and we get to this lovely bit of remote woodland I'd like to show you. And that's where we're going to have our cup of coffee. Absolutely stunning views, looking across to the Vale of the White Horse. Just beautiful. Yeah, we'll do a left here. Yeah, it's a lovely little hamlet this is. This is a mill, Moor Mill. Again, a beautiful place. Just a couple of buildings, a couple of dwellings, a farm, and the thatched dwelling back there was the old mill. I think it was a water mill. Well, I haven't got too much further to run now. I can see the woodland where I'm going to be going. It's a fine coffee stop, I'll tell you. Absolutely beautiful. Just look at that. Because we're out in the middle of nowhere, hardly anybody comes here. Look at that, look. There's a sign here, dumping garden waste or anything else here is fly tipping. Anything else here. Oh well, we won't be too long, otherwise we'll get done for dumping. Well, this is Uffington Gorse, and there's a section of the Wilton Berks Canal which run along it right at the far end, and at that far end there's a beautiful place to sit down and get that cup of coffee from the Woodland Cafe. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, this is nice and peaceful and quiet. It don't look like there's too many people queuing at this cafe. Just the way I like it, being a miserable old git. Yeah, it's got everything here. The blue building over there, that's not the toilet facilities. No, toilet facilities are just behind this tree. Plenty of room, plenty of urinals. Never have a queue here. No, good. Well, nice footpaths all around in Uffington Gorse. And it's just over this way where the old Wilson Barks Canal runs, and I think they're trying to restore it. There's a bit of wind actually here. Hope you can hear me okay. And we'll see the cutting. Yeah, there it is, look. That's the cutting to the Wilson Barks Canal. Yeah, this is it. Still some water up here. Yeah, it's still holding water along here, look. Yeah, look at that, look. Not much of a depth though to get a canal barge along. Here we are, look, there's a nice table and chairs here. Perfect height for the stove. Yes, very peaceful. This is just what I could do with. I think there are people out there that can't, for whatever reason, can't appreciate other people's needs for solitude or wanting to be on their own, and they take it the wrong way. They take it as an offence that you don't want them around and stuff like that. You know, they take it personal, but that is not the case. It's just not, that isn't the case. It's not that I think I don't want people around. Sometimes you know, I enjoy people's company, but sometimes, especially recently when I've had a lot on my plate to deal with Mandy's health and just the way things are, really, I just really want to be on my own. Right, let's get the stove lit. This ain't good. Where can I get water from? I went to check my bag. I didn't put the blooming water in it. Oh dear me. No, this doesn't look good at all. Yeah, let's get the old stove going. That is going. You can't see the flame. Yeah, but it's going. Oh yeah, we got a good boil. Cheers. Just one last thing though, there is a difference between solitude and loneliness. So if anyone watching this is feeling lonely, then you need to seek your company. That's a serious one there, because there are people that are suffering. I'm aware of that, but thankfully at the moment for me it is just the quest for solitude, and it's really quite a nice thing. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. I ain't drinking that. Forgot my bloody water, didn't I? Oh, absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Best coffee I've ever had.